5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We have ignition.
Brought to you by Dubro Products, keeping you on track. And Horizon Hobby, helping people have fun with hobbies.
How you doing, RC fans? Welcome to another fun and exciting episode of Inside RC. Now, are you ready to get small? If not, you better get ready because today's RC action is fast, but definitely on the tinier side. This time our crew headed northeast to the 18th scale off-road nationals. Most of the racing Inside RC has covered to date is of the 10th scale and 8th scale. In fact, at one time you could only catch these 18th scale cars in exhibition classes at trade shows and some of the larger races. But with the numbers of these cars selling off the shelves at all hobby shops in the country, this class finally built up enough popularity to warrant its own showdown. Oh yeah. Well, we found that small but mighty showdown at one of the most popular race spots in the Northeast, the RC Madness Hobby Shop and Racing Track in Enfield, Connecticut. The turnout of racers, sponsors, and media was unbelievable. What do you say we check it out right now through the looking glass?
Hi, I'm Dean. I'm the promotions director here at RC Madness. We're in Enfield, Connecticut. What we're doing is we're in the 1/18 scale indoor off-road carpet nationals. It's an event we bring from all over the country, best 18 scale racers. They race vehicles like the team associated RC18T, RC18B, RC18MT, the Losi Mini T, Losi Mini LST, M18MT, all sorts of the mini vehicles here to race, to put on the best show on the planet. It's got a great following. It's grown. This is our 3rd year. Every year we've gotten more drivers, we've gotten more sponsors, so it's a lot of fun.
Kids get into it. That's what I enjoy about it. It's a lot. To me, it's built the hobby a lot better because it's inexpensive. It's a lot less expensive than the stuff that we do outside. Cars ranging a couple $100, and people are racing with them. Fathers, sons, which you don't see as much as you used to. The competitive end of the RC industry is a lot more high dollar. This gets them into it, decides if they like it, and a lot of people have stuck with it and just stuck with mini car racing. It's been real popular, and I don't know, it's probably one of our biggest things that we race now. Well, in the past 3 years, like the first car that came out was the Team Losi Mini T. That was the first year we did it. It was the Mini T Nationals, we called it. The only things that were two-wheel drive trucks. We were still running 10-scale trucks at the time with foam tires. The first year, there was over 100 entries the first year. A lot of people had their doubts about it being a competitive class to race, but it definitely became a competitive class. The second year is when we sent out to other companies, and the brushless companies like Castle, Hacker, and all those companies started making micro mini motors to make them a lot faster. And then you got lithium batteries, so the technology's increased so you can make a small car go really fast. I think the mini cars have definitely brought a lot more new people into it, because you get somebody that's never done it before, they show up here and they're racing at this event, they see it in the magazine, they're kind of intimidated, but it's always been a fun event. You don't get the hardcore factory drivers. The guys that come from like Associated, those are the guys that work behind the scenes. They're not the guys that you see in the magazines all the time and things like that. So to me, it keeps it a lot more fun.
Hey guys. It has been a long weekend. We started with our club race on Friday night. We do regular Friday night truck racing here at RC Madness. And then Saturday morning, we opened at 7, started racing at 9 o'clock with the qualifying round number 1.
I always liked to drive RC cars. When I was little, I drove the Tyco ones, and now I got the faster ones. I've been racing for about 2 years. This is the X-Ray. I'm gonna race it in big block and mini monster class. This is the body of my monster truck that my dad painted, and this is the inside. 1 second. It's the Mini Rage brushless system in there that I got from my sponsors, and we have a lot of hop-ups in it and everything. I like the fun and competitive racing.
This is my car. It's a Macy, and it's an off-road track. I came up with the colors because I was looking at a magazine and I saw this cool body and I thought it'd be cool to paint like that. Normally I race club races Tuesdays and Fridays, which also helps me. It's easier to run one class because you don't have so much stuff to do and you can focus on just your specific car and make sure you got good run time in and everything. My dad's here and he normally helps me go through my car and make sure everything's right. What I do is I do my adjustments myself, and then he just looks it over and sees what I did and if I did it right.
My name is Frank Root. I started racing about 10 years ago. Did a little bit of oval, and I moved to touring car and eventually off-road. That's what I race mostly now. I usually race off-road on a clay track, so even going to different off-road tracks, you just have to adjust your style. So that helps for this because it's carpet, it's high bite, but I'm used to jumping and adapting to different tracks, so it works. Carpet's a lot of fun because there's so much traction. You can really take advantage of as much horsepower as you have. So, you know, I'm using more power here than I would, let's say, if we were racing on dirt. I wouldn't be able to use as much horsepower, go as fast. And that makes carpet a lot of fun because you can really carry speed and get into it.
I gotta run, but stay tuned for some more Inside RC.
Hi, welcome back to Inside RC. I'm about to win this race.
You actually almost have to know about the original kit just so that you can see if there was anything that's different that they use. Like here, if you take a look at this truck, this one's modified. The original kit usually comes with like a graphite or a plastic type suspension, and they modified it with a beefier aluminum suspension. They look nicer and they're a little bit more rigid, but it doesn't always make you go faster. A lot of it is handling. On the main straightaway, you have an advantage if you have a faster car, but mainly if you have a fairly fast car and you drive well, you'll do well.
I don't want to be in the fast guy's way, cause him to make a mistake and possibly break and, you know, lose his first place or second place or third place position for a win. And at a nationals, it's a big thing. It's a lot of sportsmanship involved. It really is. It's camaraderie too. If somebody's faster than you, just get out of their way, let them go.
My race went pretty well. I crashed a few times, you know, made up for it though, coming around a few laps, and I'm in the third spot in out of all the races that are in that division. So I'm in the third spot. So I did pretty good. I can do a little better, I think. I didn't change anything. So I think it's good.
Just being involved, the more you're around it, you know, if you can only afford to race one day a week, go down to the track one of the other days of the week, and you can pick things up from other drivers, and just by watching people drive, it'll make you a better driver. It's a little harder outside because there's not as much traction. So when you're using a lot of horsepower like we're using in here, the car doesn't grab the track and you can't really use the horsepower, it just spins the tires. Where in here, you get on the gas, your tires are pretty much locked into the carpet and it just will accelerate as fast as the motor will let you. The most important thing for an RC driver is, I call it the P word, it's packs. Get your car to go around the track and then just drive packs. Drive as many battery packs as you can. The more you drive, the better you're gonna get. You don't have to do it on a race day, you can do it during practice, but the more you drive, the better off you'll be.
Basically, these cars, they're set up, I mean, granted it is an 18 scale car, but on a 10 scale car, they're based off a 10 scale car. And in a 10 scale car, chassis roll with the suspension rolling and flexing creates traction on dirt. But when you're on carpet, the bite is already there. So you need to get rid of some of that roll, and you know the traction's already there, so it's just, that's the point.
A lot of new companies that are getting more involved, that whether plane oriented or that type of thing, and now they're trying to get into the car market. To me, that's what I see in the future, is a lot more brushless stuff, a lot more lithium polymer batteries that are going to go into the 10-scale cars, and that'll probably make electric racing as a whole a lot bigger. The past 3 years, like outdoor racing, it's gone to gas. A lot more people running gas cars than electric cars, being that they run longer and things like that. But now with the new battery technology, I mean, sky's the limit. I think there's a lot of new people coming into it that haven't been around. I mean, we've been here since '89, and I mean, we've started from basic 1,200 milliamp batteries to the batteries today are, 4,200 milliamp batteries. You get a lot more of the younger kids because it's less expensive. It comes down to dollars and cents. I mean, nowadays their parents could drop them off here. They could run a car. They can give them $10, $20 for the day, and they got enough money. They're not going to break more than that in parts, as where if they have a more expensive car, they break it. I mean, a set of A-arms is $10. So.
Before you run, you apply a tire sauce. That's if you want the extra traction. Like my rear end was loose, so I'm just going to do the rear tires only. Same thing went from this truck here. It's got foam tires, but it was loose in the back too, so I sauce the rear tires on it as well. Now some people sauce all four, just for more mechanical grip. This is a big block monster truck here, and I'm also running an open buggy and brushless four-wheel drive. It's a different kind of motor as opposed to a brush motor. It doesn't use brushes, and it's more efficient, puts out a lot of torque and a lot of power. It's kind of new to the RC car industry, but it's catching on a lot more. It's you don't have to maintain the motors, you don't have to work on them. It saves the racers time. Like I have so much other stuff I have to work on, like tires and chassis setup and all that. I don't have to touch my motors at all. They're brushless. They're basically zero maintenance. That's why I run it. Because normally if you're running like a brush motor, you could spend hours the night before a race just getting your motors prepped and ready. And I'd rather use those hours for chassis setup and sleep and stuff like that.
Frank had a little crash in the last race. He actually went in between the wall and the jump, and it broke the A-arm. He lost his dog bones. Now we have to do some hunting, get some parts together, so we can be ready for tomorrow for the main event.
How you guys doing? My name's Andrew Gray. I'm a factory driver for Team Losi Racing and Peak Racing as well, and I'm here in Enfield, Connecticut at the 2006 18 Scale Nationals, and I'm going to show you guys today how to glue the sidewalls of foam tires, which is necessary when you're racing on high traction carpets such as we are here today. So simply all you're going to do is use a good type of super glue such as Team Losi Tread Lock. You can use either the thick or the thin, doesn't really matter. And simply go around the sidewall of your tire one time with the glue first, evenly displacing it between the wheel and on the foam itself. And then once you've done that, go back over it with the applicator tip to bring the glue up on the sidewall a little bit higher. So what I'm doing now is bringing this glue up higher on the sidewall. Make sure it goes all the way to the top of the tire, and that's pretty much that. This is mostly necessary for the front tires when you're racing on carpet, because when traction increases on carpet, the front of the sidewall wants to roll over, so this will make your car more stable and easy to drive. Such as this is what the final product will look like on your car. Notice how the sidewall is glued all the way up to the top of the tire, and from doing that, you will result in a much better handling car. More coming up on Inside RC next.
This segment brought to you by Losi Cars. Engineering wins.
Welcome back to Inside RC here at RC Madness in Enfield, Connecticut.
Eventually, I definitely want him to start doing his own maintenance, but he is 12 years old, so I'm gradually easing him into it, and I'm learning it myself. We've only been doing this for a couple of years now, so I am learning as I go as well.
If you know how to build it and work on it and everything, then you're going to be a better driver and the car's going to work better if you tune it up right. At a national race like this, I'm I'm already doing pretty good because we've been practicing all winter and everything, and all the time.
This is our interface device here. It's called a Castle Link. Very simply, there's a microprocessor on the actual speed controller and the brushless system here. And you plug the normal cable that goes into your receiver. You plug it into our little device here. And that links up onto the screen. And this shows you what settings are currently set for, and you can change all these settings just with a click of the mouse. And you can also go to the software section, and this shows you all the software that's available, and you can very literally download any brand new features that we put on for the system. So you can download that software right from the internet. That's free, and put it right into your speed controller, so the speed controller is never out of date as we add on new things all the time. It's a continual process, new things coming into your controller, and just makes things very easy and convenient.
I'm here with Bill Jarrett. He's from Team Losi, and he's got some new mini trucks.
That's right, Anna. This is the new Team Losi Mini LST.
I was going to say it looks like the bigger version, the LST.
You're exactly right. We modeled these after its big brother, the nitro-powered LST, and made it in miniature version for people who want a smaller experience with monster trucks.
So tell me what's cool about these guys, except for the fact that they look really cool.
Well, thanks. They're just like their big brothers, Anna. They have a dual-deck aluminum chassis. They're four-wheel drive. The body style is just like the larger nitro truck. You might notice that it has big shocks. It comes with a battery pack and charger to make it a really easy buying experience for someone, and the fact that they can run it on their street, in their parking lot, on their driveway, on a dirt track, anywhere they might want to have some monster truck fun.
So also tell me about this, because this does not look like any regular controller.
You're right. This is the first time a synthesized radio has ever been put in a mini truck, and what that means is that the owner can select any one of 6 frequencies that he wishes to run the vehicle on. So if he and his buddy buy a couple trucks from the hobby shop, they don't have to worry about interference. If somebody is on another channel, they simply select another one and go on their merry way.
Less fight. All right, let's put them on a track.
I'm ready.
All right, ready? Set? Hey, wait a minute.
Hey, that's not fair.
Level the playing field a little bit.
Reverse a bit off of there. There you go.
I really
We have Team Scream. Welcome back inside RC. After this.
Welcome back to Inside RC at RC Madness.
Everybody is out. 2 seconds now. That's come on. 1 minute down, 4 minutes left on the master process.
In this race, I won. I was in the lead for almost the whole race.
Ended up getting second. The track was pretty good. I actually practiced for 2 days. I'm thinking I could do a little bit more in my car and make me perform better. So I'm pretty satisfied.
I did try my best, and that's all it matters.
It's a lot of fun. Everybody gets so excited. You know, it is a sport to everybody.
You get groups of people, whether it be families. I still say there's a lot of families that do it. It might be just the father does it, but we get their wife and kids come during the day. It's the type of thing. They might not be there the whole day, but you get the involvement, and then you get the kids that do it. We get a lot of fathers and sons that maybe the mom doesn't come, but they come for the whole day. And
went so much better than we had planned. It went so smooth. Everyone from A to Z, from Associated to Apogee to Castle Creations, Losi, has just stepped up and just done phenomenal things for us.
That's racing.
Well, I've had some experience with these little cars, but I certainly have a ways to go if I want to get as fast as some of these guys. Hey, if you and I start practicing today, it looks like we might stand a chance of joining the RC Madness group next year, and we might even win. Well, I've got this little jewel right here. I'm starting right now. But if you're looking for an 18 scale Losi Mini T like this one or any other RC vehicle of its kind, be sure and check out your nearest hobby shop. They'll be able to help you get your hands on one and get you out there racing in no time. Bye for now. I'll see you next week on Inside RC here at the lovely Outdoor Channel.